morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the day, the video down. How's it going today? Today, it's not the morning, it's night time. We're about to head off to bed. What's been going on with the day? Today, it's Friday. Got that Friday feeling flowing. And I got in this morning to work, got ready at normal time, whatever. Got in to work and was focusing on, what was I working on? I was merging stuff. Well, I looked at some mergers that I attempted to do, and the builds failed on the mergers, which was strange because the thing that I did wasn't really, I didn't do anything, essentially. It was just like XML configuration changes, and no one tests code, let alone XML. It turned out the branch that I was trying to merge into was broken, has been broken for a considerable amount of time. So I spent the day going through the code base trying to figure out why things were, why certain tests were broken. I mean, you'd think, like, the idea of a unit test is, a unit test breaks, it breaks the build, and then you fix the unit test, then you do another build, then it passes, right? Yeah, no, you just ignore them. Also, there are a couple of unit tests that appeared in this list that are known failures, which is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard. But there's a list of known failures, which are tests that fail on Jenkins, and some which intermittently fail on Jenkins based on the position of the moon or something. So yeah, I was going through that, fixing all of them. That was jolly good fun. Lunchtime was spent investigating Roslyn stuff, in an attempt to use Roslyn as a compiler. There's just a semi-decent idea of using it as some kind of like JIT compiler, so that later on when I actually start like testing code, it might be possible for me to just load the file. The problem is pulling in the dependencies, but I could just load the file, compile that one file instead of compiling everything, and then executing it. Problem is I don't want to execute it per se. I want to run tests and shit, but we'll see. I wasn't particularly getting very far, mainly because of lack of internet. I actually got to the point where it's like, I have a name, something in there that's complaining about something else that isn't compatible with .NET Core, but version 1. Like it wants version 1.20, like 0.27 of something like Microsoft.compensation, something, Microsoft.something. And it's no longer Microsoft.something, it's system.something. So I think it's possible to force it to use system.something instead. But I didn't get a chance to try it out. But yeah, and then in theory, once I get that, it's possible for me to do that. What I may do, as of the weekend, is write like a really shitty wrapper for MS Build command line. I'm waiting for it to get merged into the dev branch, like on the build manager open source GitHub thing. I'm waiting for that to get merged in, and then I'll be able to swap it. But I think it's a case of like I can't dilly daddle anymore. Wrap the command line, and then later refactor. So that's the plan of attack there. Otherwise, came back. Laura had half a day today because she's been working late this week. Oh gosh, my arm. Just been fucking asleep on my arm for the past hour. So we had a late dinner because I came home and we both had a late lunch. Well, I had a normal lunch, but I came home and then had leftover pizza. And then we had dinner and watched National Treasure. Haven't finished it yet, but watched National Treasure. I've got one more episode to go, and then Gogglebox. Laura then fell asleep on me, which means that I watched the news for an hour. Now I head to bed. So there's that. Tomorrow we're going to go to the cinema to go watch the Louis Theroux documentary, which we're super excited about. But otherwise, I don't know what we're going to do. I'm just going to have a normal day. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm going to get up early though because we're going to bed early. So I'm thinking, get up early. I need to sort out yesterday's video and today's video. I say yesterday's video. I assume it was yesterday. So catching up to do. I'll catch you later. Wait, also, I got a letter, 2 letters through the post. Both of them are identical, like to the date, same reference numbers, same everything. That says, we've recently been told by your previous employer that you've left their employment. So I've been sacked. I'm probably going to work on Monday and my key card won't work. And that is legitimately, that name there is my actual employer. So, don't know what's going to go on there when I go back to work. I assume it's some kind of HR mess up, or I've been sacked and the HR department is extremely efficient. One of the two. I'll catch you later.